This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information, or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Truth About Jesus. Is He a Myth? By Mangasarian. Read by Stephen Collins. Preface. The following work offers in book form the series of studies on the question of the historicity of Jesus, presented from time to time before the Independent Religious Society in Orchestra Hall. No effort has been made to change the manner of the spoken into the more regular form of the written word. M. Mangasarian. Part 1. A Parable. I am today 2,500 years old. I have been dead for nearly as many years. My place of birth was Athens. My grave was not far from those of Xenophon and Plato, within view of the white glory of Athens and the shimmering waters of the Aegean Sea. After sleeping in my grave for many centuries, I awoke suddenly, I cannot tell how or why, and was transported by force beyond my control to this new day in this new city. I arrived here at daybreak, when the sky was still dull and undrowsy. As I approached the city, I heard bells ringing, and a little later I found the streets astir with throngs of well-dressed people in family groups, winding their way hither and thither. Evidently they were not going to work, for they were accompanied by their children in the best clothes, and a pleasant expression was on their face. This must be a day of festival and worship, devoted to one of their gods, I murmured to myself. Looking about me, I saw a gentleman in a neat black dress, smiling, and his hand extended to me with great cordiality. He must have realized I was a stranger, and wished to tender his hospitality to me. I accepted it gratefully. I clasped his hand. He pressed mine. We gazed for a moment slightly into each other's eyes. He understood my bewilderment amid my novel surroundings, and offered to enlighten me. He explained to me the ringing of the bells, and the meaning of the holiday crowds moving in the streets. It was Sunday before Christmas, and the people were going to the house of God. "Of course you are going there too," I said to my friendly guide. "Yes," he answered. "I conduct the worship. I am a priest." "A priest of Apollo?" I interrogated. No, he replied, raising his hand to command silence. "Apollo was not a god. He was only an idol." "An idol?" I whispered, taken by surprise. "I perceive you are a Greek," he said to me. "And the Greeks," he continued, notwithstanding their distinguished accomplishments, were an idolatrous people. They worshipped gods that did not exist. They built temples to divinities which were merely empty names. "Empty names," he repeated. "Apollo and Anthony and the entire Olympian lot were no more than the invention of the fancy." "But the Greeks loved their gods," I protested, my heart clamoring in my breast. "They were not gods. They were idols. And the difference between a god and an idol is this. An idol is a thing. God is a living being. When you cannot prove the existence of your God, when you have never seen him, nor heard his voice, nor touched him, when you have nothing provable about him, he is an idol. Have you seen Apollo? Have you heard him? Have you touched him?" "No," I said, in a low voice. "Do you know of anyone who has?" I had to admit that I did not. He was an idol, then, and not a god. "But many of us Greeks," I said, "have felt Apollo in our hearts, and have been inspired by him." "You imagine you have," returned my guide. "If he were really divine, he would be living to this day." "Is he, then, dead?" I asked. "He never lived, and for the last 2,000 years or more his temple has been a heap of ruins." I wept to hear that Apollo, the god of light and music, was no more, that his fair temple had fallen into ruins and the fire upon his altar had been extinguished. Then, wiping a tear from my eyes, I said, "Oh, but our gods were fair and beautiful. Our religion was rich and picturesque. It made the Greeks a nation of poets, orators, artists, warriors, thinkers. It made Athens a city of light. It created the beautiful, the true, the good. Yes, our religion was divine." "It had only one fault," interrupted my guide.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?